We're giving your mind a break, and we're easing your stress through creativity. Lynn Madden is joining us to inspire us to craft your story, which happens to also be the name of her place. Thank you for coming back in, and good to see you.
Glad to be here.
I am happy to have you here, happy to see these beautiful things that you've created. I do think, especially springtime, sitting even indoors but letting the breeze come in while you're doing something like this, just, I don't know, that just seems so relaxing and therapeutic to me.
It really is.
How long ago did you get into doing all of this?
Well, scrapbooking and journaling and stuff like that about 20 years ago, or a little over 20 years ago. But this gel plate printing is relatively new, so I've only been doing that for a couple of years.
So what is gel plate printing?
Okay, so you actually make a print that you pull off of this.
Oh, so that's gel.
Yeah, it's made out of like gelatin. And they come in different shapes and sizes. I just brought a little one to just do a really quick demonstration.
Okay.
Over here are some of the examples of prints that I've made. Yeah, those.
How cool are these?
Yeah.
And then when you do those, then I mean, first of all, putting the 4 of those together looks like something that could just be framed in one frame. But what do you normally do with them once you?
Okay, so a lot of people use them, cut them up, and make them into collages. People make awesome art with those, or background for a card. Or I have a 12 by 12 plate at home, so I make a background for a scrapbook page. You can do all kinds of things with the gel plate prints.
Okay, so do you want to show us how it's
Sure.
done then?
Okay, so this is a really simple way. You can do so many different things on a gel plate. But I'm going to just throw this stencil on here. Put a little bit of paint. You just use a very little bit of paint, and you just roll it through the stencil on the gel plate. You just need a really thin layer, so I'm going to roll some of this off actually.
And you're teaching a class on this coming up.
On Saturday, yes, we have a few spots left, so you can sign up on our website.
And she's in Menor, right on Menor Avenue.
Right on Menor Avenue. Okay, so it's not totally all the way through, but that's fine. So you pull this off, and you can see that the stencil is on the paper. And so then I'm gonna just let this dry a little bit, take some of this green off, and then you pour another color right on top of here.
After you've taken the stencil off. Okay.
After you've taken the stencil off, and then you just roll it over top. It's a little better to let the first layer dry first, but you know, it'll still work. Okay. And then
so when you take the class with her, you'll have a little bit more time.
Yes, you have a little
You won't have the 4 minutes that we have.
No, and we're
How
gonna,
long are your classes?
They usually last anywhere from an hour and a half to 3 hours, depending on what the class is. So then you just take a piece of paper, rub it thoroughly on here. Again, better to let it dry, but we don't have that time right now. And then you pull it off the gel plate.
Look, I just can't get over how it just comes right off.
Yeah, it makes a really cool print. And you can, there's just so many different ways. We're gonna do about 4 different things in the class on Saturday.
So now that's one of the classes. What other types of classes are you teaching coming up?
So we have this coming up the next weekend, April 25th, and this is a different kind of junk journal. So it's just a little journal that you're gonna put together using a binding made of ribbons. It's really cute, so.
Look at, okay, and I'm sorry, because I want to make sure they get to see it, because we were looking at the wonderful classes you have coming up. So look at how pretty these are. So you've created each page in here.
Well, I didn't design the actual pages. These are just paper, printed paper. So, but yeah, I put the book together, and we're going to assemble a book and learn how to make a binding like that.
Awesome.
Yep.
And yet the binding's insane. It's very neat, as I'm really looking at it to understand it now. So it's just with the ribbon?
It's with ribbon, yeah.
That's beautiful. Now what else do you, these over here, those would be for?
Those are just scrapbook pages, 12 by 12 scrapbook pages, and this is a class we're going to do June 6th. It's just a summer scrapbook page. So if you've never scrapbooked before, it's going to, you know, show you how to do a little easy scrapbook page.
And I want to show them this. This reminded me of origami when you first started pulling that out.
Yeah, so this is called an infinity card, and we're going to do this class at the end of May. So it just folds all these different ways, and you can put messages on here and different paper. So it's good to use with a double-sided paper.
That's really fun, crafty ideas here. And again, you have so many classes coming up. We'll pull that up again so we can look at the classes that she has. You can always go to craftyourstory.com then to learn more, sign up for these classes. So the gel plate, which we just showed you, is happening the 18th, the 24th. What's the fun Friday night there?
So Friday Fun Night is you come and bring your own stuff to work on. It's not necessarily a class, although we're there to help you if you need help. And it's from 6 to 10 p.m. on second and fourth Friday of every month.
Well, and again, there's her website, Menor Avenue in Menor. check her out there. And thank you for coming in today. Thank you for
You're very
sharing
welcome.
this. Get to crafting, folks.